Hey, what's up, everybody? Pat here. Grateful recovering alcoholic and addict, just like every day, folks. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe, give the video a like, leave me a comment, and by all means, share it with somebody who might get something out of it. Guys, we're going to talk about the power of now, and we're not going to do the just for today NA meditation because I spent some time today. I spent a lot of time in my truck today. Did a lot of running around. It's an absolutely beautiful 100 according to the dashboard of my truck, and I'm assuming it's off a little bit. My truck's reading 107 degrees, okay? So it's pretty warm here in Boston today. But regardless, it's an absolutely gorgeous day. Hot day. And I've been fortunate enough that I've been in the AC in my truck for the majority of the day or in the office doing some office work because my life is blessed that way today, guys. And you know what? Plenty of days I sit outside in the hot sun. That's not my point. Guys, the power of now. My life is going incredibly well because I've chosen to see the good in now. Back when I went into rehab, I chose. I was in rehab for Christmas, guys. It was what could have been an absolutely miserable experience, but I chose to see the good because I understood if I did this right, I didn't ever have to do that again. I didn't have to ever have to spend another miserable Christmas. And honestly, guys, the way my life was at that point, had it been home for Christmas, I would have been alone, isolated, without a single gift given or received. A couple of phone calls of people feeling, pity for me. I don't want pity, right? And I don't have to do that again, guys, because I chose to use the power of now to make things better. Everything you have is now. Everything that is going on in your world today is a direct result of how you felt in your now yesterday. Okay, so you got to use your power now. You can't wait for anything to come and change so then you can feel good because it's never going to change. You can't wait to feel good tomorrow when something happens because tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow is always a day away. You've got to feel good now. Feeling good now not only makes you feel good now, but it brings better feelings for tomorrow. So if you want a bright future, you've got to start feeling better now. Everything outside of you is a direct result of how you feel right now. So your feelings right now. So if you're feeling bad, you're feeling low, you're feeling frustrated, you're feeling resentful, you're feeling lonely, your whole future is lining up based on the feelings that you have right now. When you choose to change the feelings right now, everything that's aligning to you changes. And you literally make your future brighter by feeling better in the moment. I know it sounds like it took me so long to grasp this, and this is what I try to preach every day, and why I thought about it so much today. I'm like, I don't know if I'm getting my point across right. So I'm trying to spend conscious time finding better ways to explain. Because, guys, I've literally living proof that this works so amazingly well. Nobody is going to deny that my life has taken the most amazing turns and twists in the most beautiful ways. And it's all because I chose to be happy. I chose to be a better person. I chose to help others around me. I didn't know any of the blessings in their form, but I knew there were going to be blessings. I knew that if I removed my inadequacies from the equation, then I would start to get my God, my higher power. Again, guys, I talk about all the time. Finding your higher power is huge. Gratitude is huge. I knew by handing it over to God, whom my higher power, I knew He knows what's best for me. He knows what's going to truly fulfill me. And it's amazing, right? I've been shocked at every turn because my limiting beliefs were holding me back in so many ways. Still working on it, guys. Still getting better every day. And again, that's all I do is just research personal development, look at ways to be better, look at situations in my life and see where I can step up and do the best I can with what I have. And that's the key, guys. That is the absolute key. Take what you have now and do the best you can with it. Like, literally, consciously step up and do the best you can with what you have. Guys, the lowest form of feeling is despair because it's completely disempowering. You feel like you've got no power. Everything is beating you up. Everything is rolling over you. And when you're in addiction, that's basically despair. That's where I lived for so long. And you know what? I found rage. And everyone's like, oh, no, not rage, scary rage. No, rage was good because you know what? Rage is attainable from despair. Rage is you taking your power back and saying, I've got to make something happen. I cannot continue on like this. Because if you sit in disempowerment, you sit in despair, you can't do anything. Step into rage and, worst case, revenge for a second, but don't dwell in it. Step into rage to get you moving, to get you believing that you're capable of doing something. From there, step on up to frustration. Okay? It's okay to feel frustrated from rage because that's a step up. From frustration, start to find hope. Once you find hope, man, now the door opens. Now things start to literally be pulled into your environment, into they get magnetized to you. It's amazing, guys, right? It is a progression. And I only say it because so many people are so afraid to step into that anger role from despair. Now again, if you're in frustration, you don't want to go to rage. Now you're working backwards. You don't ever want to work backwards because again, when you work backwards, you demagnetize good things from your environment. You push good experiences away from you. But if you're in despair, step into rage and then move on to frustration. Do you understand what I'm saying? Guys, this stuff is incredibly powerful. And it's literally what changed my. It's a combination of everything, but these are the steps that I'm taking. This is the way that it's worked for me. But it all starts with believing, right? So, because I was in despair. Despair is what kept me stuck in addiction for as long as it did, because I knew I couldn't get up and not get the drug. I couldn't get out of bed without having the drug, and that's despair. Being owned, disempowered. I had no power over my own life, and that's terrible. It's a horrible place to be, and I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Guys, I get hit with like 1,000 scammers on TikTok whom I would like to burn at the stake, but I wouldn't wish despair upon them. Well, maybe. Kidding. Guys, and even that, I look at that as just a test to show me where I'm at and show me where I'm lacking. Because when I start to feed into these things, I understand that that's just old behaviors, like rise above. I can't stop the scams on TikTok. I can't stop who messages me unless I block all messages, and then I stop any good people that need help from getting to me. So, okay, I won't do that, and I'm proud of myself for that. That's hope. That tells me I'm moving in the right direction. I'm willing to rise above. I'm willing to step into what I know is a dirty arena and try to be a hero. Not for being a hero, not for my own sake, but because I know I can make a difference in somebody else's life. And that's everything to me. Literally everything to me. Helping other people takes all that shame, all that guilt, all the remorse, all the shitty feelings I had for all the shitty things that I did, and just wipes the slate clean. And that's so important because I can't get anywhere carrying that bag full of bullshit around. I just can't. Like, nobody's that strong. I'm stronger than most, I'll tell you that right now, and I don't say that cocky. I say that as a culmination of what I've been through, what I've survived, and what I choose to overcome on a daily basis. There's an inner strength that makes me proud. One of the more reasons I love myself today. But guys, it's the power of now. You cannot wait. I mean, you can, but all you're doing is wasting time and possibly going further down the line, making it that much harder for you to dig your way out of it. But at some point, you have to take the power of now, because there is no tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow is always a day away. All you have is now. May you have many, many nows. May you have a huge supply of now, but it's still now. What you have is now. So use the power of now to decide that you want to feel better. Guys, we are all, at core, born to be selfish because we have to fend for our own needs. So therefore, we have to be selfish. Now, you can be selfish in a loving, caring way. You can be selfish and not be a negative, one-way, rotten son of a bitch trying to get over on people. There is enough abundance for everybody, guys. There is more than enough abundance for everybody. So don't compare, right? Because you don't know. When you look at somebody else and say, oh, daddy bought him that, you don't know what his vibrational alignment is. You don't know what they've been through to get in alignment, right? The only comparison, the only equatable comparison is to say that person's clearly more in alignment with themselves than I currently am now. I want to be more in alignment like they are. That's an equitable equation, right? That's the only comparison that makes any kind of sense and doesn't take you further down the line. Comparison's a thief of joy, guys. Don't give away your joy. Chase your bliss. Follow your bliss, right? Because that's an action, guys. When you follow your bliss, that means you start to feel good now. You find what matters to you. Find a way to feel good now, and then act upon that and increase that, okay? When you feel good now, you invite better feelings tomorrow. Double bonus, right? Now you're looking at a brighter future because you're feeling better now, and you're feeling better now. And like, that is such a good step in the right direction. Let's see. Yeah, all right. So a big part of it, guys. And one thing you've got to do this is you're going to have to remove what is holding you back. Now, so oftentimes we get comfortable in situations and with people that may not be the best for us. We may dim ourselves to fit into a situation. We might find, trauma bonding, right? We might find comfort in despair because we have somebody with us. You can't be afraid to cut that out, right? Now, you obviously try to take the person with you. Anybody that's with you, anybody around you, try to get them to come up in vibration, up in feeling, up in resonance with you. But if they absolutely refuse, then you've got to have the balls. You've got to have the intestinal fortitude to step out and show them. Lead by example, right? Don't be afraid to say, I can't. If you're going to stay in this vibration, I can't stay here with you. I have to move forward. Now, 9 times out of 10, if they're meant to be there, if they're meant to be with you, they're going to step forward with you. Even if you have to go it alone at first, they're going to see the beauty of what you're doing. They're going to see the joy emanating off of you. They're going to see the resonance radiating from you, and they're going to want that. And it's the most beautiful thing you can do for anybody you love is make them want better for themselves. And you can only do so by A, not dimming yourself down to stay in the situation, but B, showing them that you're willing, that you value yourself enough to step away from something you know is holding you back or holding you down. I understand, guys. I'm sorry. I don't say that lightly. I understand how difficult that is. I had to walk away from every relationship that I had in my life. There were some that still hurt. There's some that I still miss on a daily basis. Some that I wonder about daily, and I'm like, I'd love to reach out and just hope, but I can't. I can't. They know where I'm at. They know how to find me. I can't go back to where I came from. I just can't. It's not okay for me. I'd be throwing away everything I've built. Now, I hope they'll watch what I'm doing and move forward and maybe contact me, or maybe just be happy and move on and live a good life. I'd be happy with that. But it breaks my heart, but I still had to do it. I had to choose me over everything, or I can't fix anything. And now I'm doing so much good for myself and for so many others around me. I've got this beautiful life going today. I've got this community here going today. I've got my community in TikTok. I've got, my everything I'm doing to better myself, and everything I'm doing better in the world, and everybody that's receiving things from me in the world. And it's just getting better and better, guys. Today I had I'm gonna be a little if you'd even talk about this, but today I got a phone call from somebody I used to do work for through another company, and they asked me if I could do a job for them. Now, I do other things more than the old company did, but it turns out it's the same work, and I'm like, I'm a little hesitant, and I'm like, well, you know what? Can I ask why? And they explained the situation, and I had to take the work, and it's a huge, huge opportunity for me. This is a customer with about 35 apartments right here in Somerville, and they're all older buildings, and it's constant work, and they pay, literally, guys, they drive down from where they live and they pay you on the spot. It's a great contract, and I'm thrilled for it. But at the same time, it breaks my heart to take it away from somebody else. But if they're not doing their job, guys, I'm not going to dim myself down to keep them comfortable. They're going to call somebody else if I don't. Might as well be me. I know the people, and I'm going to benefit from it. And, and I'm hoping maybe the person that's losing it's going to watch what happened and maybe smarten up. I don't know if they're ready for that. That's out of my hands. All I can do is what's best for me. Sometimes you got to be selfish, guys. I would never actively go out and talk shit about somebody and say, oh, he's doing bad, call me instead. But when they seek me out because somebody else is not doing it and they need something done, I'm going to go do the work, guys. As simple as that. And if I'm doing a better job for a better price and I'm showing up on time and I'm sober and I'm reliable, then I'm probably going to get the contract. That's life. He got it from somebody else. And if I fail, if I screw up, somebody's going to take it from me. It's as simple as that. So I got to maintain my faith. I got to maintain my vibration. I got to maintain my daily work ethic and everything I'm doing to keep everything I have going. But I do. And that's why things are magnetized to me. That's why I'm expanding in every area of my life. It's absolutely amazing, guys. But it starts because I decided to take the power of now and use it now. I didn't say, when I got my teeth, I'll start my YouTube video. No, I started it 5 months ago and get on here embarrassed as hell. I used to not be willing to look in the mirror, right? I used to talk to people online. They'd say, let me see a picture of you. And I'd scroll through my phone and find a picture from 5 years ago, 7 years ago, and I'd send a picture. It's terrible. I was that embarrassed to myself. Today, Somebody asks me for a picture of me, I'm thrilled, and I send a picture of wherever I am right then and there on the spot, regardless of how dirty I am, because I'm proud of who I am. And if you don't like me for who I am, I don't want no part of you, because I have that much respect for myself today. I didn't before. I'm moving in the right direction, guys, because I'm using the power of now. The power of now is endless, and it increases your tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes, but you can pave the way for it so that when your now becomes tomorrow's now, you're that much better off. And that's a huge thing, guys. Always want more. Always work for more. Always step up. Always analyze your situations. You can't sit there and guys, and I get it. Everybody that's in a bad place can sit there and list off a million reasons why they're in that bad place, and they're absolutely right, and they're fully justified in it. But the problem is, all you're doing is stacking more of it against you. All you're doing is inviting more of the same, because that's the feeling you choose to admit. What you admit is what you attract. So when you admit disdain and fear and overwhelm and anxiety and these negative emotions, you invite more of the same into your existence. You've got to understand that at its core. And you've got to decide now, regardless of what you see around you, I'm going to look around. I'm going to stop looking around to determine how I feel. I'm going to look within and know that I have the power to make things better, and I'm going to become better. I'm going to become happy. And that's going to start changing everything around me. Everything negative will start to be pushed away, and everything positive will start coming towards you. And when you do this, it's not going to happen one dark, guys. It's not going to happen one day. I was telling a buddy of mine this, and he tried it for about an hour, and he got frustrated and got pissed off. So it didn't make any difference. Dude, come on, really? It took me 5 years of wanting to do no harm and wanting to be a better person before anything started to change in my existence. But then I put down the drugs, and I had already been doing all that inner work, and things just started to flow, guys. I hit flow state. I hit beauty. And I'm building everything incredible because of that. But it all started because I chose, regardless of my situation, regardless of what was going on in my life, I chose to start feeling better, to start seeing the good, to start looking for the good in things instead of constantly dwelling on what was wrong. Because if you look for what's wrong, you always find it. If you look for what's good, you'll find that too. Which would you rather have? Because what you think about is what you get. Guys, that is the lesson for today. Please take it to heart. If anything I've ever put out online, that is the most important, most clear, broken down, just simple is what it is. Make it work. Guys, God loves you. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you in the next one.